Welcome to 10 Habits of the Network Marketing Superstars. I'm excited about this three-part video series because I think everyone involved in network marketing is looking for answers. They're looking for the secrets. They're looking for the things that the most successful people are doing. We also produce tons of videos. NetworkMarketingPro.com has become the #1 most watched resource for training and information in the world. Combination of tips and ideas and also interviews from million-a-year earners, and that's going to become important as we talk about these 10 habits, because guess where those habits come from? Those million-dollar earners. Success leaves clues, looking for ideas on how to be more successful. Hi, my name is Worre, and welcome to 10 Habits of the Network Marketing Superstars. I'm excited about this three-part video series because I think everyone involved in network marketing is looking for answers. They're looking for the secrets. They're looking for the things that the most successful people are doing. If we haven't been introduced, I'm probably best known by GoPro. This is the #1 book in network marketing, GoPro, 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional. It's been on the top of the bestseller lists for the last 3 straight years, over 1 million copies sold around the world. The #1 audiobook in network marketing is GoPro. The #1 documentary film about the network marketing profession is called Rise of the Entrepreneur. That busts most of the myths associated with network marketing. If you haven't seen these, I'd encourage you to take a look at that. Over the course of our career here at Network Marketing Pro, we've grown this community because there's such a huge need for people to get training, for people to get information. People are hungry. They're searching for the answers to unlock their network marketing career and their potential. Over the course of the last 6 or 7 years, we've developed a few big events inside of network marketing that are the largest in the world. One is called GoPro Recruiting Mastery. That's held once a year. This year will be approximately 20,000 people in attendance, the #1 generic network marketing training event of its kind anywhere in the world. We also hold the largest women's event for network marketing called the Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing. Each year, we hold both of those events, and we also produce tons of videos. NetworkMarketingPro.com has become the #1 most watched resource for training and information in the world. Combination of tips and ideas and also interviews from million-a-year earners, and that's going to become important as we talk about these 10 habits, because guess where those habits come from? Those million-dollar earners. Success leaves clues, looking for ideas on how to be more successful. The community's grown tremendously. We have over 1 million people on Facebook. There's over 5 million people that watch and consume the content in the Network Marketing Pro community every single week, over 5 million every single week. I'm privileged to be able to speak all over the world, working with many companies, many organizations, many leaders. And one of the things that is most fun for me is to interview the million-dollar earners. Now, understand, in my network marketing career, I've earned over $15 million in commissions in my network marketing career. I'm certainly not the best networker in the world, but I think I'm pretty good at collecting the ideas and the strategies of what the top people do. I've done well, and recently, several years ago, I retired from being a distributor, and now, mostly because I saw this huge need for training and information in the network marketing space. Now I spend all of my time serving the entire network marketing community around the world, the 100 million distributors around the world connected to our network marketing profession, creating over $182 billion a year in revenue just an absolute explosion of growth worldwide, and it's a privilege for me to have that opportunity. And even though things are great and I've had success in the network marketing profession, it wasn't always that way. I got to tell you, when I started in network marketing, it was frustrating because it seems it's this mystical thing when you get involved in network marketing. I don't know if you've ever felt that. You watch these top people going across the stage. You watch these top earners, and you hear what they say, but it's very difficult to try and say, well, really, they just do that, and that turned into $1 million a year? For me, I was frustrated. I spent years being frustrated. My first 3 years in network marketing, I was frustrated with my lack of results, my lack of growth, my lack of duplication, my lack of leadership development in my team and in myself. I was frustrated. And I made a decision at a convention to go pro. I made the decision to walk away from all of the different strategies and different little ideas and the Idea of the Week program that I always had. And I decided that I was going to find out what the superstars really did. I was going to find out what the rock stars in network marketing really did. I was going to find out what the skills they possessed, and then I was going to replicate those skills. I was going to develop the same habits that they developed. And it was amazing what happened to me once I made the decision. Just making the decision was huge, that I was going to adopt the habits of the top earners in network marketing. Once I stepped into that mindset, things began to change. People could sense my level of commitment, but mostly when I started to implement these habits into my business, my organization started to grow. And within just a few years, by the time I was 29 years old, I made almost $1 million a year when I was 29, $980,000 in my 29th year on earth, right? Pretty good. And it set up this whole career. Now, I've got to tell you, it's these habits that opened it up for me. And also, I've interviewed probably, I don't know the exact number, but it has to be over $100 million a year earners. People earning right now over $1 million a year in network marketing. I've had to have interviewed over 100 of those. And through that experience, like I've said, success leaves clues. And I started to pick up on the themes that I learned back in my 20s and also what's working with all of these people today, and decided to share it all with you, to be able to help you break out. My goal is to help you have a breakthrough, help you go to levels that you maybe can't even imagine right now, for you to stop crawling through network marketing and to start running, to start seeing duplication, to start seeing bigger income, start seeing the ability of your people in your group being more and more successful. You know, if you've ever wanted that in your career, I want it for you too. And over the course of this series, we're going to explore this together. So I hope you're ready. Let's get started. 10 habits of the network marketing superstars. I put them up on this board to be able to talk about each of them, and we'll probably talk about, maybe three or so on today's video. Then in a few days, we'll talk maybe about 3 or 4 more, and then we'll wrap up with the last, okay? So let's talk about number 1. Number 1 is vision. Vision. And that sounds like a strange habit, right? The habit of vision. Let me explain what that means. Vision for people in network marketing, the biggest earners in network marketing, when I say vision is their habit, they have the habit of seeing things before they occur. They have this habit of having an overactive imagination in the positive sense. So it's almost at the beginning, even though they've just gotten involved, they can see what their organization is going to look like. They can feel what it's going to feel like to walk across the stage at the top rank. They can see the potential in their marketplace, their local market, or in their organization, or they can see a vision of the product being released into the marketplace and people getting super excited about it. They can see the power of expanding to another country around the world potentially, or another city in their country. They can see into the future. And that vision, once it becomes clear in their mind, it starts to direct their behavior. Now, vision and I will tell you, the superstars have this to a person. They can see it. They can see it bigger and bolder than anyone else around them. They can see it. They can see the future. They can see growth. They can see success. They can see achievement. They can see the fun that they're going to have in the future. They can see what they're going to be able to do for their families. They can see it. So some people, I believe one of the most powerful forces on earth is our imagination. That's another way for talking about vision, our imagination. Now listen, too many people misuse their imagination. In other words, instead of imagining an incredible future, they imagine all of the obstacles that could get in the way. They imagine rejection, so they don't take a step. They imagine no duplication. They imagine people joining and then quitting. They imagine failure. They imagine embarrassment, right? They imagine all these things. Most of what we worry about never happens, but we imagine it and we create the self-fulfilling prophecy in our organizations. Now, the most successful, the superstars in network marketing, they can't see all that negative stuff. They imagine greatness all the time. They imagine duplication, success. They imagine, yes, there might be obstacles, but they're going to power through those obstacles. They imagine the future that they want. And here's what happens. Once you get this clearly in your mind, I mean clear, you can see it, you can smell it, you can taste it, you can feel it. That vision becomes so clear. Once it becomes clear, locked in your brain, some of these people even have vision boards where they have all the things that represent success for them so they can visually see that vision. Once that gets clear in their minds, then what happens in our brain, because it's the most powerful computer on earth, you literally reprogram your mind to start moving towards that vision. And you start making 1,000 little tiny micro decisions every single day that you're not even aware of that are moving you in the direction of that vision. It's like a magnet. When the vision gets strong enough and clear enough and focused enough, it will pull you towards it. So vision is number one. Number two is belief. If I talk about the top earners in network marketing, they believe bigger than anybody else. Their belief is unshakable, unmovable. What most people in network marketing, I've asked many of the top superstars, if you could go back and talk to an earlier version of yourself, and I've thought about myself, if I could go back and talk to my 22-year-old self before I made the decision, later in my 20s to do better and to become a pro, what advice would I have? And I asked them, what advice would they have? And to a person, they would say, believe bigger, faster. Believe bigger, faster. In other words, get to that state of belief quicker. Because once you believe, good things start to happen. Once you have a solid, unshakable, unstoppable belief, then good things start to attract to your business. And what I've seen when it comes to developing belief, it's like a 3-step process. Step one is faith. And it's hard to believe something that you can't see. So you have to have faith that it's going to happen. And if you get a clear vision for it in the future, it will help you to hold on to that faith that it can happen. If you see somebody else succeeding, that means you can too. Since somebody else goes through the obstacles that you went through, that means you can too. You start having faith that the process will pay off. If you hold on to that faith long enough, the faith gets strong enough. Faith, in my opinion, is another word for imagination. Okay? Once that faith gets strong enough, then it starts to transition into hope. You starts to, hey, maybe it could happen for me. Maybe it's not just something I was holding on. Maybe you start seeing some little pieces of progress. You start, seeing some advancement, some traction in your life. So faith turns into hope, and then it transfers to belief. And once you really get solid, you believe what network marketing can do for you. You believe in the power of duplication. You believe in the model. You believe in the products. You believe in the profession. You believe in yourself, right? You believe in your team. You believe in the goodness of people, whatever it is. Once you get there, it takes off. You know why GoPro has become such a powerful tool around the world? This book has become a powerful tool around the world. You know why? Because it builds belief. People understand what this profession can provide for them from this book or the audio book. Rise of the Entrepreneur, this documentary DVD. Guess what the biggest value of this? When we made it, I had in my mind, my vision was this would help somebody that was outside of network marketing to understand what it is that we do. I thought it would be a prospecting educational tool. And it turns out it wasn't. You know what it was? It was a belief building tool for people who joined. A belief building tool for people like you. Because when you see this and you see all these world thought leaders talking positively about network marketing, it builds your belief. Once your belief gets solid, then you go out into the marketplace and you do well. Okay? So vision is number one. Number two is belief. Let's talk about number three. Simplicity. Now, simplicity is an art form. Simplicity is difficult to do. Everything naturally complicates. Weeds find themselves into every garden in the world. It's so challenging, and we live in a world that's distracted by a million things. We have social media, we have our friends, we have the email and text messages. Everybody's offering up all these different thoughts and ideas. Different trainers talk about all these different systems. And if you're not careful, you end up with a very complicated system in order to be able to grow your business. And there's a saying in marketing that says, a confused mind does nothing. A confused mind does nothing. It just stops. It freezes. So if I take you and you're a brand new person, I give you a big complicated system. I might think it's the greatest system in the world. I give you this big complicated system with all these steps and all these different moving parts. And then I tell you to go get it. And let's say you're around me, so eventually you start to get it, but you try and pass it on to the next person. You don't have the skills that I have, and pretty soon you don't have any duplication in your organization. So the people who have short-term success in network marketing, they have a little bit more complicated system. They might believe in the system, but they have a more complicated system. But what the top earners, the network marketing superstars, have in common to a person, radical simplicity. Radical simplicity. Just do this and this and this. And they stay inside of that simple system. And they are militant almost about it. Somebody comes in with some fancy approach or some, that works in the short term. Somebody does something that works in the short term but isn't tested and hasn't worked and isn't maybe that simple. Because people join our profession all the time, and they think they've got, they have an advertising background, they have a marketing background. They just can't help it. So they come in, they try and complicate it, try to bring their world into our world. Our world relies on simplicity. It must have simplicity. Simplicity is the oxygen of duplication in network marketing. Without simplicity, you cannot have freedom. Simplicity creates freedom. So in other words, I give you a simple ABC system, and I get you going, and you go, oh my gosh, I can do this, and I'm getting results. You can pass that simple system on to the next person, the next person, the next person, and as your organization grows around the world, Everybody's got a system and a simple daily method of operation to be able to work with. Talk to the superstars. Talk to them. Go interview the ones in your company. Get to know the people in your or anywhere in the world that are doing well in network marketing. They're so focused on simplicity, you can't even imagine. Simplicity is sacred to them. Okay? All right, so we talked about vision, this ability to see and to imagine. We've talked about belief, that you might need to go from faith to hope to belief. Believe bigger, faster. That's a habit that they stay focused on. Vision is a habit. Belief is a habit. Simplicity is a habit. They are absolutely laser focused on simplicity. Okay? All right, let's go to number 4. I'm going to do one more, then we'll wrap up this part 1 of this video. Positivity. This is a habit of the top people in network marketing. They are focused on positivity. More than just focused on positivity. They almost can't hear negativity. Like physically cannot hear it. I've seen it a million times. People walk up to one of the superstars and they start giving them all their problems, and the top leader gets kind of a little bit of a confused look on their face, and they just kind of walk away. They're just like, I don't know, understand what it's like you're talking another language. They don't understand negativity. They understand that negativity they don't understand it as a way of life, but they understand that it's very dangerous. So they're always positive. The people in the superstars, they're always edifying people who are doing the right thing. They're edifying the company. They're edifying their upline. They're edifying their product. They're being positive about every circumstance. If the company is backordered on some product, they find a positive aspect of that, and they talk about that. If the company changes their compensation plan, and every company does at some point, they find the positive in that while other people wallow in the negative. Other people are just like, oh, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? If there's challenges opening up a new country for the company, the superstar will find the positive in that. And they will reinforce that. That's what they spend their time understanding, that positivity is kind of like the fertilizer in the ground to help the seed grow. And you can find, if you want to find negative, you can find negative anywhere in the world. And these leaders know this. You can find negative, you can find negative people, but here's the thing. If you even allow negativity to spend too much time in your presence, in your business, it will infect your organization. It will crush the simplicity that you have in place. It'll shake the belief that is part of the organization, and it'll start to diminish the vision that somebody has for their future. So positivity is critical that you adopt. If you have a negative moment, keep it to yourself. You adopt. Some of my best superstar friends, every time you get in the room with them, you feel better. Every time. They just light up the room. They're just beacons of light. You feel better when you're around them. They just won't go into the negative area. And now understand, I'm going to give you 10 of these. And this might be different than what you thought. Maybe you wanted to tell me exactly what to say. I mean, I could teach you in Go Pro what to go say and how to go prospect and all that stuff. I'm giving you the secrets. This is the superstar habits. This is the superstar secrets. This stuff, when you start to put it into your life and you start to adopt it as a new way of thinking, it changes your DNA. It changes how attractive you are in the marketplace when it comes to prospects and people wanting to work with you. It changes your results. And that's what I want for you. Okay? So listen, those are the first 4. In a few days, you're going to get another email that gives you the next video for the next 3 or 4 or however many we do in the next video. Please like and comment below. I'm going to look through all the comments. Any of the feedback that you have for these first 4 habits, I'm really interested in, okay? So get below this video, check it out, comment as much as you'd like, and let other people know about this series that they can go just same place you went to 10 Habits of Network Marketing Superstars, and they can also get access to this series, okay? Thanks. I'll see you on the next video in a couple days. And ladies and gentlemen, my wish for all of you is that you decide to become a network marketing professional, that you decide to go pro, because it is a stone cold fact that we do have a better way. Now let's go tell the world. Everybody have a great day, and I'll talk to you again in a couple days. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, welcome back. Again, my name is Eric Worre, and welcome back to 10 Habits of the Network Marketing Superstars. In the first of this video, hey everybody, welcome back. Again, my name is Eric Worre, and welcome back to 10 Habits of the Network Marketing Superstars. In the first of this video series, we talked about the first 4 habits of vision, belief, simplicity, and positivity. And if you haven't seen those, don't think that just those 4 words are going to give you an accurate description. If you haven't seen video number 1, go back and watch video number 1, because this all ties together. It's really important. And again, just to reintroduce myself, my name is Eric Worre. I'm the author, probably best known as the author of Go Pro, 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional, the creator of Rise of the Entrepreneur, number 1 DVD as far as a documentary film in network marketing, the creator of NetworkMarketingPro.com, the number 1 resource for online training and education for the network marketing professional around the world, the creator of GoPro Recruiting Mastery, the biggest network marketing generic training live event around the world. This year we'll have about 20,000 people in attendance from all over the world, and the largest women's event, the most powerful women in network marketing. That's the largest that the industry has ever seen. We have over 5 million people every single week consume our content online. Over 1 million people are following us on Facebook and other platforms. And I've spent a career building a network marketing profession and also learning what the superstars know in order to be able to succeed in network marketing. And I believe success leaves clues. And I gave you 4 of those clues in video number 1. Today, I'm going to give you a few more of the clues, okay? So you ready? All right, let's do it. Number 5 on these 10 habits is hard work. This might not be, it might not be what you want to hear, but I will tell you that the network marketing superstars, they don't view work as a challenge. I will tell you, for most people in the world, work is a 4-letter word. Work is something that they want to avoid. Work is something they want to get away from as quickly as possible. It's like, oh, I got to go to work. No, I can't go have fun because I have to work. You know, I can't go on vacation because I have to work. I can't go to the game because I have to work. I have to, right? Or you're excited on a Friday because work is done. Oh, thank God. Thank God it's Friday, right? So for the weekend, I don't have to work. Or people set their whole lives around this concept of getting to retirement so they don't have to what? Work. And the superstars in network marketing don't view work as a negative. They view work as an opportunity to fulfill their purpose, an opportunity to contribute to the world, an opportunity to grow as a person, an opportunity to help other people, an opportunity to build something, make something, create something. So yes, they work, but they're building their passion. This is their baby. This is their business child that they're growing up, right? So they're excited about the prospect of going to work. People, the superstars in network marketing, they rest just long enough to be able to have the energy to go back to work, but that's their passion. They love it. They enjoy it. They're always thinking about it. Because people who hate their job and they go to work and they try to get away from it, those people don't think about work when they punch out at 5 o'clock and they finish the day. They don't even think about work. Not at all. When they go on vacation or they're on the weekend or they're working out or whatever, they're not thinking about work. But guess what? The superstars, they're always thinking about it. They've always got the vision in their mind, right? Because their belief is so strong of what they're going to do. And taking that aspect and putting it into discipline and work. There's honor in work. There's value in work. And there's joy in work. Now, I didn't get this at the very beginning. One of my early mentors was a guy by the name of Jim Rohn. He's passed away, but he was just a giant of personal development. He talked about discipline all the time. Discipline, discipline. And discipline to me was a negative word. He said, no, Eric, it's not a negative word. Discipline is what unlocks your future. Discipline. This ability to discipline your emotions, discipline your activities, discipline your thoughts, to be able to put effort and activity into that discipline of whatever that habit's going to be. See, these people, they're focused. They work hard. These superstars, they work hard. But they're not unhappy. They're the happiest people I know. So some of you are like, how can hard work and happiness go hand in hand? We're not talking about digging ditches. We're talking about building empires. And building an empire is fun. Building an empire is exciting. Building an empire is energizing. Yes, I work hard sometimes, but it's okay. Because when I'm happiest in life is when I'm growing as a person and I'm contributing to the lives of other people. Growth and contribution is what makes me happy, and that's what makes me excited to do the work. So how does this translate to network marketing? For the superstars, they work when other people don't. They show up before other people even show up. They're still working when other people have checked out a long time ago. They stay consistent in that work and in that discipline and in that effort when other people don't. When other people say, hey, let's go to the beach, they say, yeah, there'll be time for the beach. I'm building an empire right now. Okay? So they're focused on this. This is important for them. And it separates the leaders from the average. And the average person in network marketing is frustrated. Okay? I want you to be a superstar. I want you to be extraordinary. And what leads to extraordinary is hard work. Got it? Now, let's talk about number 6. Focus. These people are unbelievable. When it comes to focus, yes, they're hardworking. Yes, they got a vision, they got belief, they got simplicity, they got positivity. They're working hard. These are all habits now, understand. If this doesn't define you, see, let me back up to hard work for one moment. The average person who starts a business, a traditional business outside of network marketing in the United States today, spends about $65,000 investment to start that business. That's the average, okay? And their expectation is if they work hard and everything goes well, they're going to get a return of that $65,000, a return of that investment in 3 to 5 years. That's their expectation. They work hard because of it. They're focused because of it, right? Why? And when it gets difficult, let's say they borrowed money from family in order to be able to start a business. When it gets difficult and they don't feel like working hard. They have reasons built in, 65,000 reasons, plus all the family pressure and everything else in order to be able to continue to work hard, to get a return on that investment. Now see, here's the thing. In network marketing, you can join for just a tiny, tiny fraction of a traditional business, a tiny fraction. So when it gets hard, some people go, well, you know, I'm just going to move over here. So they have a feeling that network marketing doesn't require hard work. Network marketing is magic beans. I'm going to join and push the snowball down the mountain and see if it turns into an avalanche, right? But the superstars realize that it's work that creates something. It's work that creates life. It's work that creates duplication and growth, okay? So focus is, these people are not distracted. These people are single-minded. They've got absolute tunnel vision. Why do they have, now all of these things start to tie together, and I hope you're starting to see this. Focus, why are they focused? Because they have a vision. Their vision is what causes them to focus totally on that objective, on that goal, on that mission, on that project, on that empire. They are focused. Because they have belief, they're focused. See what I'm saying? Simplicity helps them. You know, focus helps them to keep it simple. This starts to tie into that. You see what I'm saying? So focus is huge. I mean, and focus creates consistency. If you're focused, you'll be consistent. Focus creates persistence. They'll just keep going. These people are not distractible. They are not movable. They are not, I mean, somebody can dangle, you know, something in front of their face, and they can't even see it. They're so focused. Now, other people, they join network marketing, go, oh, look over here, there's this company. Oh, look, there's this product. Oh, look, you know, I could do something with online marketing. Oh, look, I could, you know, maybe I could have 5 businesses. Oh, look. These people, the superstars, they do one thing. They work with one company. They do it extremely well. They're absolutely focused on building the empire that is in front of them. And they do not allow themselves to be distracted. Okay? So focus is number 6. Number 7 is they're unreasonable. They're absolutely, this group are so unreasonable you can't even imagine. And what do I mean by unreasonable? They have a rigid set of beliefs. It's part of focus almost, but they're just, no one can convince them that network marketing isn't the absolute best option for a person who has an entrepreneurial bone in their body. No one can convince them of that. No one can convince them that their system, their simple focus, should be complicated. No one can convince them. They're totally unreasonable. When it comes to being positive, they're unreasonable about it. When hard work, they're unreasonable about it. Their belief system, they're unreasonable about it. They're not shakeable. They're not movable. They're not distractible. They're unreasonable. And let me tell you something about being unreasonable. See, the reasonable person conforms to the world around them. In other words, the world expects them to think and act a certain way. So the reasonable person goes, well, I want to get along. So they just follow along. The unreasonable person asks the world to conform to their point of view. Therefore, all progress on this earth is dependent on the unreasonable person. Think about the top leaders in the world that you know. They're unreasonable. Every single, Gandhi and Nelson Mandela and Churchill and Martin Luther King Jr. and you name it. All unreasonable people. So the same thing's true with business, whether it's Bill Gates or Steve Jobs or Elon Musk or Richard Branson or any of the other top leaders in the world in business. They're unreasonable. So they don't get along. If people don't see their point of view, they're out to change the world. So here's my question. What are you unreasonable about? What are you unreasonable about? Are you just getting along all the time, going with the wind? Somebody in the organization brings in something and they start to add some complexity to your simple system. and you just become reasonable. Okay, well, I want everybody to be happy. Or are you unreasonable? No. We're focused on this. We're focused on positivity. Somebody starts saying, well, hey, you don't have to do any work. No, it's about hard work. It's okay. Hard work's not a dirty word. Hard work starts to create the miracle of action, right? Unreasonable in their vision, unreasonable in their belief. Unreasonable. So I would ask you and give you permission to be radically unreasonable. Sorry, I'm not reasonable. When it comes to other people trying to convince you, understand, in every single conversation, someone's selling and someone's buying. And if somebody's coming to you and trying to sell you something that doesn't line up with your vision, it's your responsibility not to buy. They don't have to buy your story, but you need to make sure that you don't buy their story. Does that make sense? All right. So we've covered 7 of the 10 habits of the network marketing superstars so far. Vision, belief, simplicity, positivity, hard work, focus, and being unreasonable. Those are 7 of the best habits that I've seen of the top earners in our profession. When we come back in a few days' time, you're going to get an email with part 3 of the 10 habits of the network marketing superstars. In the meantime, please make sure you like and comment below. Give us your feedback on this. And I've got to tell you, I have some solutions for you in order to be able to transfer these habits into your business as we talk about it in video 3 of our 3-part series, okay? So hope you're enjoying this. And ladies and gentlemen, my wish for all of you is that you decide to become a network marketing professional, that you decide to go pro, because it is a stone cold fact that we do have a better way. Now let's go tell the world. Everybody have a great day, and I'll talk to you again in a couple days. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, and welcome back to part 3 of 10 habits of the network marketing superstars. If you've gotten this far, you're beyond most people. Most people can't even make it through a 3-part video series to figure out what's 8, 9, and 10 on the habits are. It's amazing. Most people who start a book don't finish. Most people who start college don't finish. People who sign up for online university courses have a 98% dropout rate. As soon as it gets hard, they're done. So I hope you're getting value, and if you're back, that means, at least my hope is that means that you are getting value. And today I've got some more ideas for you. But let me tell you as I kind of start this 3rd video. It's an honor for me to be on the journey with you. It's an honor for me to be connected in any tiny, small way with you as you build your network marketing business. You're a hero of mine. The fact that you're facing your fear, you're going out there every day, you're learning, you're growing, you're doing something different, you're doing something special. That makes me proud of you, and you should be proud of you for doing that, because you're uncommon. You're being unreasonable. When the world tells you, no, don't go do that, you said, no, I feel like my future is going to be better if I do. So the fact that you're doing it makes me really happy. And as we start this 3rd video, I want to give you my 5 basic beliefs that I have around the network marketing profession. 5 fundamental beliefs. Belief number 1, network marketing isn't perfect. It's just better. Network marketing isn't perfect. It's not going to be a straight shot to the moon. No business goes up, 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 no problem, no drama. There's going to be drama. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be ups and downs. It's emotional. It's hard. It's lonely sometimes. Network marketing isn't perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. No business is. But if you have an entrepreneurial bone in your body, it's better. It's better. It's better than starting a traditional business from scratch and the huge risk associated. It's better because of the support you get. It's better because of the ability to make it work by being flexible around your life, it's better because there's training and support provided. It's better. So you can expand it around the world. I mean, my gosh, it's so good in comparison to any other option there is out there for an average person to become an entrepreneur, go into business for themselves. So that's core belief number one. Network marketing isn't perfect, it's just better. Core belief number two, if you're going to be involved, if you're going to do this, decide to be a professional. Decide to be a superstar. Decide to go pro. Decide to learn what the other people have done before you and replicate their efforts, replicate their habits, and go out there and be a professional in this profession. That's core belief number two. If you're going to do it, be a pro. Core belief number three, like any profession, there are skills that you need to develop. Yes, there are habits here, but there's also skills. Finding people to talk to, inviting those people to take a look, presenting to those people, following up, closing, getting people started, promoting events. The 7 fundamental skills I talk about in GoPro and I talk about every week on networkmarketingpro.com. Those fundamental skills are so critical because think about it. The only things you've ever been confident in your life, you had skills behind it. The skills created the confidence. The confidence created the activity. The activity created the results. So it's very difficult to take a lot of action if you don't develop some skills over time. Now, at the beginning, you don't have to have a lot of skills to start. Most of the learning is in the doing. But you do need to ultimately develop some fundamental skills. So I would ask you, what is your game plan for developing your skills? We're talking about habits here, that's one thing. Mindset, that's one thing. Belief and vision, all these different kinds of things. What's the simplicity? What's the systems that gets the best results in network marketing? Right? All of that. But you've got to develop some skills. You have to. You have to create an environment where you are growing and you are getting better. You have to create some support in order to be able to feed you. Okay? At the end of this video, I'm going to give you some ideas on what I think is a great support system to develop skills and develop the habits and develop the beliefs necessary with strategy and everything else to become a rock star network marketing professional. So that's core belief number 3. Like any profession, there's skills you need to develop, and you must focus on it. Core belief number 4 is anything worthwhile takes time. Not going to happen overnight. Nothing important ever has. Now, everything big started small at some point, so it's okay that you start small. But understand, you don't have to have huge results in a short period of time to be on path for success. Remember I talked about the traditional business in the last video? We talked about the traditional business. A person will spend $65,000 to start the business, and they will expect that it's going to take 3 to 5 years to get their money back. So in other words, they know it's going to be a long road. But in network marketing, sometimes we get our time frames skewed, and we start to expect to get profits in month 1. Now, you might get profits in month 1, but not very many businesses do. To understand, in any business, it's going to take time, and if you're an entrepreneur, here's a requirement that you need to accept. You're going to be underpaid for a long time, depending on what long means to you. You're going to get underpaid for a time. You're going to get fairly paid for a short period of time, and you're going to get overpaid for a long time. That's what entrepreneurship is all about. Being willing to give up the equal pay up front to be able to have equal pay for a short period of time in the middle and then be overpaid in the future. The superstars in network marketing, they would all tell you, based upon the effort they're putting in today, they're overpaid. They're absolutely overpaid. Now, they take it, understand, and they deserved it because they earned it. They built this huge network, and the network's creating all this results, but they're getting overpaid because they were underpaid for a longer season than most people were willing to accept. Anything worthwhile takes time. And belief number 5 is it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it for the money you're going to be able to earn. It's worth it for the people you're going to be able to help. It's worth it for the family members you're going to be able to support. It's worth it for the freedom you're going to be able to have and the things you're going to be able to see and the places you're going to be able to visit and the friendships you're going to develop and the causes that you're going to be able to contribute to, lives you're going to be able to touch, okay? But mostly, it's worth it for the person that you're going to become in the process of building your network marketing business. See, when I started in network marketing, I had 18 jobs before I was 22 years old. For real, 18 jobs. And guess what network marketing did for me? It made something of me. I was like a lumpy piece of metal, and network marketing was like a grinding wheel. And I just leaned onto that grinding wheel, and network marketing started to knock off the lumps, started to knock off the chunks and the bad parts and the unsmooth parts. And pretty soon I started to smooth out, and pretty soon I started to become sharp. Pretty soon it started to become shiny. And guess what? The greatest reward from network marketing wasn't the money that I earned. The greatest reward from network marketing was the person I became. See, I can go replace the fortune over and over and over and over and over again anywhere in the world because of what network marketing caused me to become, and it will cause you to become the same if you'll stay leaning on that grinding wheel, if you'll continue to develop you while you're building your business. Just understanding, if you want to earn more, you need to become more as a person. You need to invest in yourself. You need to grow. You need to develop. It's worth it for what you're going to become in the process. And I will tell you, when I started in my network marketing career, I decided, because I didn't go to college, I went to one semester of community college, but I decided that I was going to invest in my growth outside of what the company provided. And I started my very first year, and this is with money I didn't have, not my first year, but about 2 years after I joined network marketing, I set a budget of $500 for the year. That was my learning budget. That was my personal development budget. That was my skill set development, my attitude, my strategy, all the stuff. And I spent that $500 for the year, and I invested it in me outside of what the company provided. I took that as a given. This is what I was investing outside of that, $500. My income grew by 50% for $500. So I went to $1,000. And then I went to $5,000. But by the time I got to $1 million a year, by the time I was 29, a few years after that, 29 years old, $1 million a year, that year I invested about $10,000 in me, in growth in me. Now, in my opinion, it's the best investment I ever made. The best investment was the first 500. Just to deciding, you know what? I'm going to develop me. I'm going to find a resource to be able to help me with the habits, help me with the skills, help me with the mindset, help me with the strategy. I'm not going to expect it to happen unless I commit to it. But the fifth thing, these core principles, core principle number one, network marketing isn't perfect. It's just better. Number two, if you're going to do it, decide to be a professional. Number three, like any profession, there's skills that you need to develop. Number four, anything worthwhile takes time. And number five, it's worth it. Mostly it's worth it because what it will make of you in the process of getting to the top rank in your company, the person that you're going to have to become on the way to the top rank is the biggest reward. Okay? And you're worth investing in. So let's talk about number 8. You ready to get back to our 10 habits? We have vision, belief, simplicity, positivity, hard work, focus, being unreasonable. And number 8 is promotion. The top earners, they are promoters. They promote. They're push, promote. Understanding the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. They're promoting their company convention and getting people to attend. They're promoting that new product. They're promoting their simple daily method of operation. They're promoting their vision. They're promoting their belief system. They're promoting the value of hard work. They're promoting and pushing and leading by example. They're not waiting for the company to make an announcement. They're not waiting for their upline leadership to be able to inspire their team. They're promoting so hard. And if you'll learn to promote, you'll learn how. I do a training called the Insanity Boot Camp, the magic of the 90-day game plan. And that 90-day game plan is say 90 days to change your life, 90 days to go crazy, 90 days to absolutely explode your business, right? It's all about promotion. How do you promote the activity, a condensed burst of activity in a short period of time? Promotion is the key. if you talk about the superstars, they're promoters to a person. They're not just going through the motions. They're promoting with white-hot belief, okay? So promotion is critical. Number 9, strategy. Strategy. They're strategic. In other words, they're going to come up with a strategy to promote. They're going to come up with a strategy to get more people working hard. They're going to come up with a strategy to infuse more positivity into their group. They're going to come up with a strategy to keep it simple. They're going to come up with a strategy to keep people focused. They're constantly understanding, and they're looking at the group, and they're trying to find the best, simplest way to get the result. So if they want to have more people attend their company convention, they're going to come up with a strategy on how they're going to promote it. They're strategic. I was strategic when I was building. They're strategic about how they travel. They're strategic about what they talk about. They're strategic about how they train. They're strategic about how they present themselves to the world. They're literally their image, how they show up. They're strategic, understanding that how they show up is going to either plant seeds of doubt in people's minds. I'm talking about image now. Or it's either going to plant seeds of doubt in somebody's mind, or it's going to inspire confidence in somebody's mind. Right? So they're strategic about that. When they show up at their conference, they're on point. They're strategic about what they're going to be doing. They're strategic in their communication. They're strategic in their recognition. They're strategic in everything. Strategy is important. Okay? Because the world changes. And if something starts, they have to come up with a strategy to keep it simple as the world provides lots of different opportunities. So these network marketing superstars are strategic. Okay? Number 10. Drum roll. Here's our final one. We've gone through vision, belief, simplicity, positivity, hard work, focus, being unreasonable, promotion, and strategy. These habits are what these top superstars all have in common. And now number 10. You ready? Here we go. Immersion. Now, what does that mean? Here's what it means. I'll tell you what it meant for me first, and then I'll tell you what it means for the top earners. Immersion means they created a bubble around their life at some point, and they just decided to live and breathe this. Like if they're underwater, breathing the water. They were going to live and breathe network marketing. They were going to live and breathe the development of their vision. They were going to live and breathe the development of themselves. They were going to create an environment that pushed them in the direction of their goals. So when they were listening to something, with their earphones or whatever from their phone, they were listening to something that was part of the immersion process to move them in the direction of their dreams. If they were watching something online, they were watching something that was going to inspire them to be able to keep these other habits in place. They are surrounding themselves with the right people. So one is audio. They were making sure that what was coming into their ears was an immersion experience that would remind them minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, of the greatness that they had and the potential that they had. When they've watched something, they are making sure that minute by minute, I'm not talking about once a week. I'm talking about immersion. They were watching something that was taking them in the direction of their dreams. They would not allow in this immersion process, they didn't allow negativity. They wouldn't allow distractions. They wouldn't allow negative people. They wouldn't allow friends that would distract them or cause them to start losing their focus. They immersed themselves. They dunked themselves in the swimming pool of network marketing. They literally did, and I did. And things did not change for me in network marketing until I committed to immersion. I committed to this discipline of creating an incubator around me that was going to constantly be working on me. And have every word that was going into my ear be a word that was feeding my mind, and making sure that I guarded my mind from negativity and I was feeding my mind with positivity. I was guarding my mind from negative people, and I was feeding my mind with getting around inspirational and powerful, good examples in my life. See what I mean? So immersion. In other words, making network marketing the background music of your life. So it's yes, you might have a job right now. I get that. But right now, what most people have is they're immersed in their job, and they do network marketing here and there. Now, you can still do your job, but I want your mind to be immersed in network marketing. You know, give your employer their due. Give them what they're paying you for. But when it comes to your passion and your vision and your future and your excitement, find a way to immerse yourself. Okay? Find a way to immerse yourself. Create an environment where you are constantly being reminded of these habits. You're constantly being reminded of the skills and the strategy and the beliefs necessary to go to the top in network marketing. Every network marketing superstar found a way to immerse themselves in this environment, and it was the immersion that unlocked their potential. I will tell you, it was for me. It wasn't until I immersed myself completely, totally and completely, that things began to change for me. Because once immersion happened, all these other things were much easier to keep in play. Once I was immersed in it, it was easier to keep my vision. Once I was immersed in it, my belief was much easier to hold. Once I was immersed in it, I could see the value of simplicity instead of being reminded. Once I was immersed in it, I knew the power of positivity. Once I was immersed in it, I was willing to do the hard work. Once I was immersed in it, I could focus. Once I was immersed in it, I became unreasonable. Once I was immersed in it, I became a promotion machine. And once I was immersed in it, I found the strategy. You know, I'm not the fastest learner in the world. I need to circle it for a little while in order to be able to get to that bullseye. It takes me some time to understand it. Well, once I was immersed in it, I could develop a strategy that would take me to the top, and it did. It did. Now listen to me. Over the course of these last 3 videos, I've had thousands of people asking for more. How do I implement these habits? How do I implement the skills? How do I implement the beliefs and the strategies into my business? Help me. Help me. And I have good news for you. I'm going to send you one more video that's going to talk to you about how to immerse yourself completely in network marketing and give yourself the best strategy for success, the best grinding wheel that I know to be able to develop you. I've got something for you because the fact that you've gone through these 3 videos and most people don't, you know, you've completed all this and most people won't. I've got something for you that's very, very special. I care about you more than you probably know. I want to see you succeed more than you probably know. And I've got an incredible solution for you. But that's going to come tomorrow. Make sure you tune in because it's going to be a very limited time type of situation that you can be able to take advantage of. I think you're going to love it. And when you do, I can't wait to see you traveling the world doing what you're supposed to be doing, living your purpose, because that's what you deserve. Okay, so tune in tomorrow. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be spectacular. Hope you've enjoyed this, but tomorrow is when it's all going to come. Network marketing professional, and you decide to go pro. It's a stone cold fact that we do have a better way. Make sure you tune in. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Eric Worre again, and if you're here, that means you've gone through the 10 habits of the network marketing superstars. You've learned with me and the thousands of people from around the world that have engaged in this simple 3-part video series to get yourself to another place. And listen, I know that most people struggle to understand what it takes to be in network marketing. I know that it's frustrating at times, and it's mysterious at times, and it's hard to decode sometimes. You start wondering why, there's the thing that you could do and you should do, and then there's the thing that you do. And why is there that gap? And I will tell you, some of it's involved here because you don't have the vision or belief yet in order to be able to close that gap. But some of it's just knowing what you need to do. I just understand, listen, I struggled too. I struggled. For years in network marketing, I struggled. I thought there's something wrong with me. I thought that other people had it figured out and I didn't have it figured out. I thought that maybe I wasn't built for this. Maybe you need to be born with these traits or something. But I got to promise you a couple things. I figured it out. I learned it. Number one, I learned it from me. And that's not enough to be able to tell you it's going to work for all of you. But I did. I learned it from me. I earned over $15 million in commissions in the network marketing profession. And then we've built Network Marketing Pro, which is helping so many people around the world. Literally, we've helped thousands upon thousands of people to earn 6 figures a year or more. We've contributed to the success of more 7-figure-a-year earners than any organization on earth, okay? We've really helped, and that makes me feel incredibly good. Part of that is because we've collected great ideas. We've put them in one place, and we've offered them to people in a way that they could absorb them. I just want you to understand, we're the same, you and me. We really are. Same doubts, same challenges, same fears. I'm just a little bit farther down the road, maybe, than some of you. But I've got to tell you that if you'll lock arms with me, I can help you move down that road. I can help you get past some of your fears. I can help you develop stronger belief. I can help you get a better vision. I can help you with skills. I can help you with strategy. And also, I can share with you what the top earners really do. What's working now? What's working today for real? Now, we've created an immersion experience for you that is, in my opinion, the best on earth. And I don't think there's anything even close. And if you find something even close, then fantastic. Remember the last video I talked to you about when I started in my mid-20s, I invested outside of what the company provided, $500 my first year, and that was my rent money. Understand, I didn't have it. But that investment turned into a 50% growth in my income. That investment of $500 turned into a 50% growth in my income, which was substantial at that time. Enough for me to be full-time. Not to be free, but to be full-time, okay? So, and then I upped it, I upped it, I upped it. I'm going to give you an opportunity today to immerse yourself, and I'm going to give you a platform that's the best platform on earth to be able to do it. It's called GoPro All Access. It's an all-access program. Imagine kind of a Netflix for network marketing with the best training on earth, the best ideas, the best strategies. Now, I want you to just think about something. Some people think, well, I don't know if that's for me. I've gotten courses before. I haven't gone through them. Here's what I want you to think about this. I want you to think about this a little bit different. What I would like GoPro All Access to be for you is an immersion experience. In other words, I would like that platform to become the background music of your life. In other words, it's just on all the time. If you could throw it up onto your TV at home, it's on the TV. If it's on the laptop while you're doing other things, it's on the laptop. If it's on your phone and you're listening while you're working out or walking around the block or going on a run or hiking in the mountains, it doesn't matter. It's just on all the time. And you're just constantly being reminded over and over and over and over of your potential, of the beliefs to be able to develop. You're going to be given good examples. I'm going to show you what's in it. But it's the biggest key for this. Yes, you can sit down and take notes if you want and go through each course to be able to develop, and really create like a curriculum. You can do that. But here's the real value is when it's just on all the time. It's on in the background when you're working. It's on when you're home and you're cooking dinner. It's just on all the time. And you're listening all the time. You're watching all the time. You're getting fed all the time. You're being reminded all the time. The testimonials from this, there's nothing like it on earth, but the testimonials from this from around the world, the number of new people to six-figure and seven-figure earners that have benefited from this program is more than any other program in the history of network marketing. Tens of thousands of people have benefited to this. And I'm going to give you an offer today that is going to blow your mind, okay? It's going to be an amazing, unbelievable offer. You're going to love it a lot. And it's going to be kind of I have some stuff to be able to make it a no-brainer, super easy decision. So let me show you what's in it. Let me walk you through the curriculum. Here are all the things that are included in GoPro All Access, okay? At least 7 major categories. Category number 1 is Formula 1 Getting Started Training. This is a getting started training with some PDF download workbooks to be able to start or restart your business. If you haven't started right, or if you're just getting started right now, this is perfect. If you haven't started, or if you need to restart your business, in other words, you didn't start the way you wanted to, this will help you. This is me literally walking you through step by step how to get started in your network marketing business. Then we have GoPro Recruiting Mastery. I think, during this series, I talked to you about GoPro Recruiting Mastery. Over the last 7 years, it's become the largest, most spectacular, most powerful event in network marketing history. This year we'll have approximately 20,000 people in attendance. But this home study course inside of this GoPro All Access, this is a 4-day event, okay? So it's about 25 hours or so each event of content. And the content is part me giving skill-based training, part world-class leaders like Richard Branson, Tony Robbins, Bob Proctor, Les Brown, Harvey McKay, Paul Pilzer, Robert Kiyosaki, all of those people, okay, and more. And then part $1 million a year earners, people who are already, those superstars sharing their best ideas. And it's all generic. There's no company names mentioned. There's no product names mentioned. It's all generic. But these last 4 years of this home study courses is over 100 hours of the best content ever created to be successful in network marketing. You want to build your belief? Watch this. You want to get a better vision? Watch this. Right? You want to create immersion? Watch this. The third is we now have 2 events of the most powerful women in network marketing. And this is a 3-day event. We've now done 2 of them. It's about 20 hours of content. So this is 40 hours of just women sharing with women the best strategies on how to succeed today as a woman. These are all $1 million a year earners or rising stars inside of the profession. Amazing, spectacular, unbelievable. The energy from this event is phenomenal, okay? You get both of the last 2 years of this home study course included in this GoPro All Access. I think I talked when we talked about promotion as one of the 10 habits. The 90-day game plan, this is the Insanity Bootcamp, 90-day game plan training. I charge $1,000 per person for this event. It's a 2-day event on how to take 90 days and totally change your life in network marketing. Okay, $1,000 per person. That's included in GoPro All Access. Network Marketing Speaker Academy. One of the best speakers I know on earth is Les Brown. And here's what I know about network marketing. If you can learn to be a great presenter, a great speaker, a great communicator, a great sharer of ideas, your income will go up astronomically. And Les Brown put together a 2-day Network Marketing Speaker Academy. This is a $500 program for this 2-day course. That's included in GoPro All Access. Now, number 6, this is really about building belief and getting good strategy. The belief part is the thought leaders. We have people like Tony Robbins, Robert Kiyosaki, Paul Zane Pilzer, Bob Proctor, Jack Canfield, Les Brown, Mark Victor Hansen, just the best of the best. I mean, some of the most influential thought leaders in the world talking about the power of network marketing. And if you just watch those thought leaders over and over and over and over and over again, and each interview is like an hour, and if you just have that on, and just like it's the background music of your life, and it's just me interviewing all those people. I use those interviews in very small format in the Rise of the Entrepreneur documentary, but you can watch all of them and exactly how they're created, unedited. Watch all of them and get a belief system that will be unshakable, unmovable, unreasonable. And then $1 Million Earner interviews. Many of the $1 Million Earner interviews that we've done over the course of our network marketing history are all in there that you can go look at, and it's very conveniently organized so you can just be able to go access that in real time. We have the Rise of the Entrepreneur movie and a whole bunch more. There's a lot of, there's different downloads and benefits and everything else. So take a look at all this, and let me just show you the value. Formula One Getting Started, we sell this for $199 for Formula One, and it's worth every penny. I mean, imagine just being able to have better success in your network marketing business. Is that worth $200? The answer is yes, and we've sold this to tens of thousands of people around the world. Number two, the home study course. We sell each one of these yearly home study courses at $299, okay? So 4 years, you get the last 4 years of this, which is a $1,200 value. The Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing home study course, that's $599 value for those 2 years of home study courses. The Insanity Boot Camp, even though it's $1,000 per person, we sell that online by itself for $499 for that course. The Network Marketing Speaker Academy, that one sells for $499 online. And then we've got the thought, if you just consider the Thought Leaders $1 Million interviews and the Rise Movie and more, just bonus, okay? Just extra stuff. So if you add all this up, it's over $3,000 worth of value inside of this system. Now I want you to imagine just being able to listen anytime you want. Be able to listen anytime you want and just have this all the time whispering in your ear, reminding you, hey, you can do this. Hey, you've got it. Hey, here's a good idea. Hey, here's a good strategy. And you can listen over and over and over because almost all of these are live events, so they're fun and it's like you're listening into an event. Those are my favorite learning programs. Back to my Jim Rohn days, the fact that he recorded them in front of a live audience made it more fun to listen to than somebody just sitting in a studio. Maybe like we're doing now. If we had a live audience, this would probably be a lot more fun. Well, these are in front of thousands of people, and it's really interactive, and it's an awful lot of fun, and it's entertaining. And if you listen to this once, and then twice, and then again, imagine if you just listened to every single hour of this over the course of the next year. That would be 103, 143. Oh my gosh, that's 18, 160. And then you got about 180. It's about 200 hours of content. If you just listen to it once, then you go back and listen to it again, you're going to be a different person the second time. You're going to hear different things the second time. Okay? So I want to give you the easiest decision ever to become a member of GoPro All Access. Easiest decision in the world. This whole program, every part of this, I'm going to offer it to you today. It's a membership, $499 for this whole membership. Now that's a 12-month membership. And after 12 months, it becomes $19.99 a month, and you can cancel at any time. And we keep adding programs to this all the time. So most of the people that have been involved and now are in the monthly part of it stay for forever. But you have no obligation to do so. This will give you 12 months access to all of this, 200 hours of content, the best in the world. And here's what I would tell you. If you can find it, if you can find better value in network marketing any place in the world than this, go buy it. But I promise you it doesn't exist. It does not exist. Okay? And if you're not willing to invest at least $500 outside of what your company provides for you into your future, you got to question it. Come on. If you could find something better, find it. If you can't find something better, get this. We'll also give you 3 payments, if you need to do payments, 3 payments of $179. Okay? 3 payments of $179. If you want to do a payment plan, that's fine. Now, in addition, this book, this audiobook, and this documentary are the most used tools in the world. Let me tell you what people do with this book. They hand this book to a brand new person the first day that they join, and that person starts to build belief immediately. They give them an audiobook, have them start listening in their automobile as quickly as they possibly can. They give them this Rise of the Entrepreneur DVD to start building their belief, okay? All of these sell for $12. $12, $12, $12, okay? For any of you that get this program today, I'm going to give you 25 of these. I'm going to give you 8 books, 8 audiobooks, and 9 Rise of the Entrepreneur DVDs. So 8, 8, and 9, 25 in total, and 25 times $12 is a $300 bonus, okay? So $300, even if you do the payment plan. I'm going to send this to you right away. You can, if you haven't listened to it or read it yet, then you need to do so. If not, you can stock up for you and your team. All of our products are also guaranteed. If you're not happy with any of them for any reason, just let us know. We'll give you your money back. It's no problem. And also, I will tell you this. You deserve this. You want to build in network marketing, right? You want to grow in network marketing, right? You want to learn. This is the grinding wheel. You're the piece of metal. This is the grinding wheel that's going to knock off all those hard edges. It's taken us many years to put together this incredible lineup of content. I want you to be able to access. I want you to get access to it today. I want you to be able to start developing yourself today. Remember what I told you, the 5 principles? Principle number 1, network marketing isn't perfect, it's just better. Number 2, if you're going to do it, decide to be a professional. Decide to go pro. Number 3, like any profession, there's skills you need to develop. These skills that are included here, these beliefs, these skills, these strategies, these insights, they're all here. Number 4, anything worthwhile takes time. It's okay that it takes time. This is a real business. And number 5, it's worth it. It's worth it for all those reasons, but mostly it's worth it for what it's going to make you become. It's worth it for the person you're going to develop yourself into, that champion you're going to be. Some of you are going to be able to completely change your family's history. Hundreds of years from now, they'll look back and say, hey, back in that day, back in that year, our great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandma or grandpa changed their life. They decided to get better, they needed to get better. To get stronger, they needed to get stronger. And I never forget when I finally was able to walk across the stage, because I dreamed about it for so many years, to be able to walk across the stage and knowing that I'd earned it, knowing that I'd become a professional. I'll never forget. It was an overwhelming emotional experience because for so many years I was completely filled with doubt and fear and a lack of self-worth. And I didn't feel like I was capable. I didn't feel like I was deserving. I didn't feel like I was worthy. And network marketing caused me to change and grow to the fact where I realized that I was. And it can do the same for you, okay? So I would encourage you, take this step. The 10 habits can be reinforced through all of these things, over $3,000 in value. You do it for $499 or 3 payments of $179. $300 in gifts, okay? So that's our series, that's our show, that's our GoPro All Access. Hope you take advantage of it. Ladies and gentlemen, my wish for all of you is that you decide to become a network marketing professional, that you decide to go pro, because it is a stone cold fact that we do have a better way. Now let's go tell the world. Everybody have an amazing day. Go get your GoPro All Access, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.